Hi there, my name is Eli and welcome back to my channel, Jack Elijah. Today I have a pretty big doll haul, but in my defense, all of these dolls today were on clearance. So yeah, let's get into it. So I went to like 2 Targets this weekend over the course of like 2 days, and my goal was to find clearance for Creepover, for Monster High Creepover and Shadow High Series 2, and I was successful on both ends. And I had seen posts circulating online that both lines were 50% off at Target, so they were both $12.49, and I was on the hunt for those deals, and I was successful. So I picked up a Draculaura and Twyla. I already have both of these dolls, but I like having extras. I know it's bad, but especially after seeing that the Neon Frights Twyla looks like it's poly, I'm like, that's annoying. So I want to suck up on a Saran Twyla for like future dolls that come out, if there's more extra clothes, things like that. And I like Twyla, and I'm sad she's going to be leaving our shelves shortly. So I was like, let's just snag another one. And I think this is my third Creepover Draculaura, because I bought her at like regular price, and then she was on sale for like $17.49, and now the third one I'm getting for $12.49. So you know what? This is proof that you should wait for sales. And that is like, if there's anything to take away from this video, wait for a sale, because look at this. These prices are so good. And then you can see I had already had these 3 Shadow High dolls. Those ones I bought back in like December, January. So that's how long Shadow High Series 2 has been out. And those are the 3 that like really caught my eye, that I was really drawn towards. So, you know, I bought them at like full price. And the other 3, I was like, I'll just wait for them to go on sale whenever that day comes. And that day has come. So I picked up Rex McQueen. Yeah, he's cool. This is like about like what price I want to pay for like a boy doll. So I'm happy. But he has really cool pieces. I love his shoes. His coat's really nice. Yeah, he's got some cool accessories too. I'm excited to open him up and see what he's about. And then Diamante, she was not hard to find. Rex and Dia were pretty prevalent, I feel. I feel like she's the most, no, not the most, the least popular of the 5 girl dolls from the series. But I think she has hope. I think there's hope for her. And I found one with like good bangs, thankfully. That's also one thing I get like fearful of, is when I'm waiting for sales like this, that like by the time I go out, that either the dolls are going to be sold out or the dolls that I find aren't going to be up to par, essentially. So that's a risk that you run, but it's a whisk. Oh my god, a whisk. Oh my gosh, a risk that I'm willing to take. And then the third one that I needed to complete the series was Glitch, Raina Crown. She was the only one that I found. Just one left in store, so I was like, thank goodness. Because Target does this weird thing every now and then. Let me say this. Target does this weird thing where sometimes their sales will reflect both in-store and online, and then sometimes it's just like in-store. So for now, online, they're still showing up at like $17.49, but in-store, the clearance is rolling out to $12.49. There's times where like those align, where the in-store and online prices align, and times where they don't. I don't know the rhyme or reason for why Target or any other store does what they do. That's just the way it is. So yeah, she's the only one, but she looks really pretty, so I'm happy. It was fate, meant to be. Didn't have much choice in the matter, but I'm really happy and excited for her. So picked up those 3, and then because I couldn't help myself, I picked up an extra Carla. She was also the only Carla left in store. So I was like, okay, it's also meant to be. Let's just get her. I'm probably gonna keep her in box, even though this one is like got a lot of like hair flyaways, everything like that. So yeah, but for the price, for like $12.50, I don't know. I was like, she's too beautiful to leave behind. So she's going to my inbox collection. And then I was very, I don't know. Basically, I had a Zoe that I restyled. Featured that in a previous video. But then I wanted another Zoe to open, so I did that. But then I was like, I really love Zoe, so I want another one to keep in box. So I have 3 Zoes now, which I know is ridiculous, but I actually kind of warmed up to like the more intense makeup, especially the under eye. Like she's like very, very dark under eye makeup, like the black under eye liner. I don't know, I kind of like it. So yeah, that's what happened. But I'm gonna now unbox these three off camera, turn the camera around, and just do like a quick, I say quick, but watch it be really long. My version of quick, a quick retrospective of Shadow High Series 2 as we move forward into Shadow High Series 3. That should be on shelves shortly. They've already hit the LOL Surprise website, but I don't want to pay that. I'm not gonna. I'd rather see the doll in person, so I'm gonna wait. But when you have clearances like this to this extreme of a price, that's a sign that okay, these stores are getting ready to move in new stock. So as much as I'm gonna be sad to see these dolls go, I'm excited for the new lineup. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this was the first Target I visited, and I think this was on like Friday night, and I was so excited to find them on clearance. They only had these four, but I picked up Zoe, Rex, and Dia. And then here is the Monster High section. And same thing, Creepover was on sale, so snagged me a Twyla and a Draculaura. And yeah, then at the same store, they were doing Halloween, so I decided to show that because I love these little felt birds. I did pick up the Bride of Frankenstein and the Frankenstein birds. And yeah, this is where my store's at on its Halloween. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And then they had some like fall autumnal birds too. None of these ones really spoke to me though, so I left them behind. And then this is the next day, Saturday, at Target, a different Target. And they had Carla and Glitch here, but just one of each. So snagged those two. But yeah, the store was nice. They were like a lot more organized than the previous Target. So I love Fantastic Fashion. I want to pick up Skylar and maybe Amaya. And I'm waiting for Series 5 to go on sale. I can't wait. I need Priscilla, the whole lot of them. And then here's the Monster High section. I don't think I grabbed anything here, but just showing it off. It's nice to see it so full. I love a full Monster High section, so feels good to be a doll collector. But yeah, this is their selection. Didn't grab anything, like I said, but just wanted to give a glimpse of what they had. Well, some new play sets, like their Reiki hand is pretty cool. And yeah, here's LOL Surprise, the OMG, the tweens. They had the new like vet playset, but they also had this diner playset for 50% off. Not something I'm really looking for, but I haven't really seen anyone post about it. So pretty cool if you're looking for it, I guess. Yeah, I'm waiting for the tweens to go on sale. Okay, I need Olivia Flutter now. Please go on sale, Olivia. I'm begging. But yeah, that does it for my in-store glimpse of the doll selection. And now let's move on. Hi, y'all. Okay, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the clips from my doll haul. I'm trying to get more comfortable filming in public, but it is fun. But now that I've unboxed the rest of Shadow High Series 2 that I got on sale for $12.49, that being Rex McQueen, Reina, Glitch Crown, and Diamante, I now wanted to do a little bit of a Shadow High Series 2 retrospective. And there's going to be a lot of build-up before we even get to talking about this assortment of dolls, because I have a lot of opinions that I need to share. And we are going to go, this is where the story begins. We're going to go as far back as Shadow High Series 1. Here I have Luna Madison. Now, Shadow High Series 1 came out a little more than a year ago. I would say, when was this? Like maybe May or June of 2022. And they were a fully grayscale doll line. And my honest, true opinion is I think right out the gates, Rainbow High and MGA introducing Shadow High is a direct response to Mattel and the reboot of Monster High Generation 3. I truthfully think that. I think these doll companies must have insider information. They must, hear through the grapevine of what each other company is doing. And I think a big project such as the complete reboot of a legacy brand, such as Monster High, did not go unnoticed. And MGA caught wind and brainstormed and worked their little butts off and came up with this beautiful idea that we now have in front of us called Shadow High, which in its first iteration of 6 dolls was completely grayscale, gorgeous, gorgeous dolls. Like, look at Luna. This Luna is just amazing, so beautiful. And even though they came out before Monster High G3, I think that's actually more reason and more cause to believe that these were created in response to Monster High G3. Because if you're trying to compete with something, you want to beat them to the market. You want to be the first to hit the market and make sure that you're avoiding any speculation or any claims that you're a copycat. So this hit the market. Everyone loved them. They had a beautiful professional rollout. I remember this is actually what got me into collecting Rainbow High. Heather Grayson was my first Shadow High doll and one of my first Rainbow High dolls. So yeah, this made the splash. And next, we had Monster High G3 hit the market. Twyla didn't hit the market that soon, but I'm using Twyla as an example. We had Monster High G3 hit the market. Monster High is officially rebooted. They are back on the market. There's a TV show, a movie, and this is also, a more spooky competitive counterpart to Barbie, and offers Mattel a more diverse offering to fans who maybe have more eclectic tastes, such as I and many of you. And I think G3 has been hit or miss. Some people love it. Some people don't want to embrace it. Overall, I think it's been pretty popular, and I'm very happy. I love G3. I'm obsessed. This Twyla, look at these bangs. Stunning. But yeah, now Monster High G3 comes out after Shadow High Series 1, and it's very clear that these two presences are competing with each other in the doll industry. The next thing we see from MGA is, as far as Shadow High goes, is we get the Storm Twins, the 2-pack of the Storm Twins. They were introduced in the show before we saw them in doll form. And this is sort of giving us some indication of where Shadow High is going, what the brand is about, some of the best dolls, best fashion. But from grayscale, we now get, what is this? Color? Purple? Look at this makeup. Very colorful. We have some, what is that, like duochrome, sort of oil slick, like holographic shifts, pink to purple. We're now moving outside of grayscale and getting our first glimpse of Shadow High with some color. Beautiful pink nails, and these were beloved. These were amazing. Collectors and fans rejoiced, and still do, quite frankly. And yeah, this was our first glimpse of what to expect of Shadow High outside of Series 1. And I think some people were like, no, I don't like this. Where's the grayscale? Meanwhile, some others were like, this is amazing. I love this concept. Give me more. And give us more. They did. So our next view of Shadow High was in the, what do you call it? Rainbow Vision arc, which is like their spin-off, their knockoff of Eurovision. We had 2 Rainbow High lines, but we did get a Shadow High line, that being Neon Shadow. And neon they were. These are not grayscale, but instead bright neon colors like pink, blue, and green. And after this release, it was clear that Shadow High was no longer just existing in a grayscale colorway. We went from Luna to Mara in a matter of months. And for some, they were cool with it, such as I. I love Mara and I love Luna. But some people were like, excuse me, I want more of this. Where are these? But instead, we got this. And I have to say, despite the neon colors, the styling of Neon Shadow is so punk rock. It is so cool. And I think that's what made me love it and embrace it. Like, look at Mara. Look at that face. Look at that makeup. So inventive, so creative, pushing the boundaries of what we're expecting for fashion playline dolls. And even though it's a little bit different and some people aren't for it and aren't with it, I think it's an awesome change. And Neon Shadow, I love you. You're amazing. Now, sometime in between Storm Twins, Neon Shadow, Monster High G3, we had what I think is another response to doll competition. Shadow High came around because of Monster High. Now, Monster High their response to Shadow High, in part, was Monster High Real Drama. So we had Generation 1 dolls redone in grayscale, and it just felt too coincidental to get a grayscale Monster High line right after we had gotten Shadow High. Like, why did this exist? And I don't think these dolls, these Real Drama dolls, would exist if it weren't for MGA creating Shadow High to compete with Monster High G3. So it's like, how many layers of inception are we, of dollception are we, with these doll companies responding and creating creative concept and ideas to compete with one another? So I truthfully think Real Drama only exists because of Shadow High, and I'm grateful for it. I love it. Look at this Claudine. You're kidding. You're joking. This long, luscious hair. Why Mattel decided that a trait and feature of Real Drama would be this long hair, I don't know, but I am forever grateful for it. Thank you, Mattel. And yeah, I love Real Drama. They're riddled with controversy because they were like barely on store shelves, so hard to get, impossible to find for no apparent reason when, you know, they're created as a competition to a diverse market. But you know what, Mattel, I hope for your future reproductions, they're easier to find than these dolls were. So yeah, now Mattel is responding to the company that was responding to them. That's just how the doll industry works. And I say all of that and I give all of that context because now, after Neon Shadow, we got Shadow High Series 2. Which, even though, in my opinion, Shadow High Series 1 was already a response to Monster High, we now have Series 2, which, again, is in response to Monster High. Because when Monster High G3 was introduced, these dolls had a price point of $24.99. They didn't really come with a second outfit. They came with the second like fashion accessory. In this instance, this little Twyla bunny hood is like the second accessory. But instead, they opted for little pets, some cell phones, some bags and accessories, some snacks, things like that. So those are the offerings that Mattel had for Monster High G3 at $24.99. And before we got Shadow High Series 2, Shadow High Series 1 and the Rainbow High main lines were around $29.99, with the more deluxe lines, such as Neon Shadow, being $39.99, with even more deluxe playsets, such as the Storm Twins. When they were released, they were, believe this or not, $69.99, and then within a matter of weeks, maybe less than a month, their price dropped from $69.99 to $59.99. I think because MGA really realized that price point was like way too high. So you can see how this was created in response to this, but then this having the price point that it did then informed Shadow High Series 2 to lose the second outfits, lower the retail price point to $24.99, and instead opt for accessories. Now all of a sudden, these dolls came with cell phones, accessories such as laptops, makeup, drinks, food, things like that. And so you can't help but notice as a consumer that this seems to be a response to Monster High G3. And I think since this series, that is here to stay, because it looks like Shadow High Series 3 is also going to have no second outfit and additional accessories. Whether you like it or not, that is the nature of this industry, of dolls, of competing brands, of innovating ideas. And I think I like to provide this context because while I mourn the second outfits from Shadow High, and now that's impacted Rainbow High Series 5, you know, that's impacted the Rainbow High New Friends line. Like, that's impacting a lot of Rainbow High and Shadow High's offerings. And while that does make me sad, I don't think we would have any of this if it wasn't for competition, for new dolls entering the market. And so I say all of that to sort of be my core point here is to embrace change. We're going to be getting lots of fun and exciting new dolls, but as these competitors and these brands are trying to one-up each other and outdo one another, in all of that disarray and chaos, we do get beautiful things, such as these dolls. And look at, now we have this beautiful Zoe Electra with a throwback to Novi Stars, and none of this would exist if it weren't for little old Draculaura, Frankie, Claudine. So I say all of that as a reminder that all of these dolls that we love, these brands, they're all way more interconnected than we maybe give second thought to. And I love Shadow High Series 2. I think a lot of people are resentful because of the loss of second outfit, but I think these 6 dolls are solid. If you have a chance to pick these up on sale right now for $12.49, I definitely recommend it. I think each of them are a solid pickup. Even the not so beloved Diamante is gorgeous. I detinseled her bob. Look at that bob. And this bodysuit is just like, you're kidding me, really? Like this glitter bodysuit, I got this for $12.50. This whole doll right here for $12.50. I love her. She's so cool. And I think the fashion we got here is pretty stellar for one outfit. The layers that Carla comes with, I think Glitch's outfit is very like conceptual and I think ahead of its time. I think like, you know, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I just think Zoe, head to toe, is a masterpiece, is amazing. I'm excited for Berry Skies because they're almost the exact same color as Zoe. But this is just one of my favorite dolls of all time. I am just obsessed with Zoe Electra. She is my everything. Rex is, I've grown on Rex. His coat is awesome and I love his shoes. And I love the like Versace buzz cut they gave him. Like he has no reason to have that, but he does, and I love it. Monique is also just a complete standout. Like the amazing conceptual makeup, the deep orchid skin tone, like this dress with all of these layers, the consistency between the shoes to the necklace to the earrings, like ooh. Yeah, Monique really did that thing. And this hair is so cool. Thank you, MJ. We need more protective hairstyles like this. So please more, especially on your Rainbow High mainline series. We're getting a lot of it in Shadow High, but I want some of it on Rainbow High, please. And yeah, I think the series is wonderful. I think there's going to be naysayers, but if you love what you love, stick with it, baby, because I am going to be admiring these dolls for years to come, I hope, and I hope you do as well. So thank you for listening to me. I know it was kind of all over the place, but yeah, I really think these dolls are all interconnected and are all sort of spawn off of one another. And I think it's really fun to look back at this sort of retrospective past year and see how these dolls have all sort of informed one another. And I can't wait to see what the future has in hold for us from all of these doll brands that I love, from Rainbow High, Monster High, Bratz. I even love the little Pixeling dolls. Like, it's a good time to be a doll collector. And I think it's really easy to, you know, be a hater. So I'm here as a lover. As a lover. No, y'all are really over me, aren't you? Okay, that's all. That's all I have for you. My name is Eli. This is my channel, Draculija. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.